They know what is good for us.
You
said that you are saying no.
Well, you said it very clearly. That Nana Akufo-Addo and then supported by the good old prof. That Nana Akufo-Addo is noted for grandstanding. He will make all the speeches, but he never believes in those speeches.
I'm sure they are tapping each other and asking if it's the beard that makes him old. Because he's not old, because he's a very young man. And he said a good old prof.
I mean, his status as professor and lecturer.
Okay,
yes. Okay. Now, so you see, he believes in grandstanding. And anytime he gives a speech, watch it. It's just grandstanding. From vigilantes to new civilization when he was swearing in Gloria Akufo. No, so for Akufo, you watch it, grandstanding. Because everybody knows that the party is a collection, an organization of people of shared beliefs.
That's not fair to him. You are not in his heart. You are not in his heart. You don't know what he's saying. He's convinced by them. But all of us know in this country that Akufo-Addo has the gift of the gab. And he's able to sway you, and that's how he got onto the political scene and got all of us, excited towards the, election that brought him to office.
It's true, he got us excited by those words that he uttered. So he's a good orator. But does he implement what he says? See, the name Hatta got everybody excited. So I'm saying that you find grandstand. I can give you numerous examples. I've stated him. I can give you numerous examples. But let's come back to it. What he has said is known to all politicians and people who study politics. Because the NPP is a collection of people of shared beliefs. And what are these shared beliefs? They have shared position on values. What values should animate their party? They have norms that regulate and guide the party. The NPP itself has a culture, and the people who subscribe to it share in that culture. They believe in certain principles. Okay, they have a philosophy. So if you subscribe to the values, the norms, the culture, the principles, the philosophy, then you have to subordinate your individual interest to the interest of the party. Who doesn't know this? Who doesn't know this? Just like if you are a Ghanaian and you take the oath that you are a Ghanaian, you can hold yourself above the country. So a collection of people within a defined territory calling themselves Ghanaians, nobody within that territory can say that he's higher than Ghana. You subordinate your individuality. So we all know that. But we must interrogate the NPP. And if you interrogate the NPP, and particularly what happened yesterday, you will see that the fractures in the NPP are deeper than meet the eye. Where were the Council of Elders sitting of their party? Where were they sitting?
Sitting arrangement is a problem.
It's a problem.
Sitting arrangement.
Yes, it's a problem. These are optics. Where were the different factions within the party? And we know that this party, the NPP, is heavily fractured. There are people within the party presently who are fighting to win back the soul and essence of the NPP. Were they represented? Did you see them?
Who are these people?
Oh, I can mention many. I can mention Nyahu Tamaklo. I can mention many. I can mention just recently Professor Frimpong Boateng.
Atta Kennedy, Nyahu Tamaklo, Professor Frimpong Boateng. Which MPP events in the last, say, 10 years have you really seen them at?
Which MPP event have they been invited to?
Do they have to be invited? I
thought that what you did yesterday was on invitation.
No, I have to. If you feel very strong as a party person,
you better ask whether they have actually been invited and whether there is a conscious, deliberate effort to build an inclusive party. That's what you should be asking. And whether what we saw yesterday is not a perpetuation of a single dominant group within the party, and that would militate against their stated intention to heal the party after Congress.
Okay.
And then let me just say, when I heard you read about the former chief of staff, I said, how can the party be thinking of healing, curative, instead of preventive in pursuing its policy? How can the party be thinking that way? It's what? That even before going into elections, you are saying that, well, we will have so many differences in the party that we need to heal. And that's what Buffett is telling you, that you should design a process that limits the ability of people to fall out, to invite you to come into a healing process. And that I don't see the preventive. And you can see the suspicion that animated the whole process.
Is it
it was
Okay.
That's preliminary.
Right.
That's preliminary.
It's
when
fine.
we come to the
It's fine. It's fine. But do you sincerely believe that what Jose Uso said will be implemented?
In the last primaries, Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia spent not less than 4.8 million Ghana cedis on the election day. What do you call that?
To that?
By the amount of money that he publicly stated.
How much did he give?
No, but the amount, I calculated it. And if you go back and calculate, but the amount of money he publicly, 4.8, more, not less than 4.8 million Ghana cedis.
Million Ghana cedis.
Yes.
But that's small. That's small amount. That's not sufficient. For these their elections, I've heard some of the leaders, including some of the aspirants, I've heard some of them calculate how much they have targeted to spend. And it's far more than what you're talking about, more than 3 times.
So if that is the floor,
So that's what I was saying.
if that is the floor, then you can imagine that what the ceiling will be. If that is floor, because you are looking at 211,800 and over delegates. Just multiply by
Because the amount you're talking about is like for an MP election, not a national election.
So that means we really have a problem. We really have a problem in this country that you can classify 4-point-something million Ghana cedis spent by an individual who is contesting an election as being small, when the party itself is the organization conducting the elections. When members of the party have contributed through their dues and fees to the party, when candidates have paid filing fees to be able to contest the elections, and an individual outside all these expenditures is spending that amount of money, and you still say it's small. Now, so you see, as a country, and that's why we are getting, every day we are getting into problems. We consider these things as de minimis.
No, but even if you look at
That's a problem.
if you look, for example, Brian Champon has disclosed publicly that he personally funded 62 MPP members of parliament with 20,000 cedis each month from 2021 until the party lost power in 2025. That's amounting to almost 50 or 60 Ghana cedis in total, right?
I agree with you. So when I heard Brian Champon say that,
And that's for just one region.
no, I had my head. I said, well, the Internal Revenue, now Ghana Revenue Authority, probably must be running after Brian Champon. Not so. Because we know that Brian Champon is into the hospitality industry. We also know that he was a minister. He publicly stated that he spent this amount of money on delegates. If that is true, the GRA must be running after him. It means that...
No, but he has sources that can afford much more than what he's talking about.
What sources?
Are these two the only sources that
Inheritance.
you know that he has money from?
You haven't forgotten Article 286 of the
He has
Constitution.
big businesses in this country.
Yes, so has he paid the requisite.
But the GRA hasn't said he owes.
So that's why I'm saying the GRA should be running after him.
Why should they run after him if they don't have any issues with him?
Really?
Yes, that's a presumption you are making, though.
Really?
Paul Admochi joins us. And let's continue from there. And